but that's the exception. I'm the rule. Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke-ass niggas.
If you can't tell from that, if you can't tell from my thumbnail, if you can't tell from my title, today we have found another TikTok idiot. I'm not surprised because it's become extremely popular for people to literally do anything to get a reaction from people. And we found another one, but this one is racially motivated. We go through something like this every 1 to 2 years, but we have found somebody today that has decided to literally throw their lives away just to get their literally 3 minutes of fame on. And we have found a TikToker by the name of Lily who has decided to just throw it all away.
I have a beef with the male community. I give my criticisms to all because we are all about equity and inclusion here, right?
We're all about equity and inclusion, right? You see, that right there was the first red flag for me. Like, she's already giving off the gaslight vibes. It's already over with.
So, I'm sick and tired of all girls getting blamed, or like guys, certain guys, thinking that all girls are gold diggers. I don't know if it's because you get your information from those street interviews in like Miami at 3 a.m. outside of a nightclub. You're getting the opinion of some dumb and immigrants fresh off the boat looking for a green card. Yes, they are probably gold diggers. I'm the rule. Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke-ass niggas.
So I just want to say that you just said a whole bunch of nothing. Besides the obviously racially idiotic things she just said, she literally just said nothing. This was just stupid. You really just found a way to just upset minorities. I'm not pissed about it and I didn't really care for it, to be honest with you. Outside of the fact that you went literally out of your way to do it, I don't care. I've never had any really negative racial experiences in my life to really feel affected by this or like really even relate to the pain that my ancestors may have or may not have went through. But besides that point, you know you have a life, right? Like, you know that like you knew you had a job. You knew you had family. You knew we're on the internet and people would, you know, find out where you live. This woman afterwards released 2 videos, one being an apology and one being a follow-up to this where she again kind of beat around the bush, responded to all the things that people had to say about her.
Something that's absolutely unforgivable is people who play the victim card while living in America. You live in America. You live in the freest, safest country in the world, and you have the nerve to play the victim card. You realize there are slave traders in Africa right now. Look it up. Look up that video of all those African slaves at an auction. That's going on right now.
You trying to take this mentality in this way to like insult people is just stupid to me. Again, it really feels like you're just throwing your life away to say anything. The idea that people can't complain about their circumstances in life, whether it's because you're a minority or just because you're broke, because there's people in Africa that don't even have clothes. They've never had a house. They've never had any food. Again, these are just stupid stereotypes that she's throwing out. What's wrong with me wanting better for just myself? I can't complain because there's people doing worse. That's just dumb. You know, that just feels kind of like the whole blinded part of America.
And you have the nerve to be complaining about racism in America? And feminists. There's women being stoned to death in the Middle East because they were.
You know, this has to be some of the most flawed, failed gaslighting I've seen in my life. You know, on both sides, like looking at this from the perspective that you're really just trying to gaslight people into like thinking that you saying the N-word wasn't that bad because there's people in actual Africa that has it worse than you. Like, that's stupid in itself, but I'm gonna take it to the level that she wants us to take it to. It's even inherently dumb, and it really feels like you just did all this so you can find a way to get a couple seconds of fame, insult minorities, or, you know, just let your true colors be shown and ruin your life. Again, sounds pretty unrealistic to me. The idea that because I'm broke living on I can't complain because I'm broke living on minimum wage and my economy and government is going one way while my pockets is going another way can't be complained or talked about in this great country America is. Again, I'm grateful to be an American, but let's just calm it down a little bit. I can't complain about that because it's people in Africa that don't got a house to begin with. It's people getting stoned. It's people that's going through miserable things. Again, I feel sorry for them, but isn't this one of the perks of being American? You think I'm just going to be grateful because this is the soil that I lay on. At the end of the day, it really just feels like you really just wanted a controversial clip, and I guess we could clap our hands for you because that's what you got.
And you have the nerve to complain about sexism in America? Shut the actual f*** up. Shut the f*** up. There's people right now that's been kidnapped by the cartel and they're waiting to be murdered or there's people who's being human trafficked right now. Right now. And you've got the nerve to be playing your victim card and act like you're such a victim in this country and you're so shit on in this country. I got news for you, dumbass. Everybody, shit has happened to everybody. Everybody.
You know, people like her is why America will never truly be united. And people like her is why feminism will never truly be taken serious. Because outliers like this is really just fucking crazy. What am I listening to right now? Like, if you really try and digest what this woman is trying to tell us, it's just stupid. It's inherently stupid. Nothing about this makes sense or really feels like logical. It really feels like you come from a blinded part of the world that, you know, just can't feel for anyone else's problems. It's giving narcissist. But yeah, this wasn't the last video that she made. Unfortunately, she actually chose to come out with an apology video. Now, if it's one thing I've always wanted to do on this channel, it's rate an N-word apology video. I was kind of late to the scene when all of this happened. When that whole trend happened like 5 or 6 years ago, I wasn't making commentary videos. If you was there for it, you was there for it. But the point is, we are rating our first N-word apology video.
A recent video of mine seems to have upset members of a certain community, and
Okay, so far we getting off to a shaky start. You know, what do you mean a certain community? Like, this don't... Okay, I'm gonna let it play out a little bit more.
Backlash just really made me, you know, just really do a deep dive, like do a soul search. And after all that, I still couldn't find a care.
That is some of the craziest shit ever. We are literally witnessing like the most unempathetic human being I've heard in my life. It's hate. Like, this is true racism, and this is my first time really actually like experiencing or like even watching something like that. And this is really astonishing. You really just threw everything away for this. We have to like start having talks with some of the people that we're close to and make sure that they're not on the trajectory that this woman is on. We need to really start getting into our friends and family members' morals, because if we don't, we may just have a Lily that may be our cousin, brother, mother, daughter, son, father. We never know. So I suggest you check in with your close loved ones to make sure they're not saying and doing stupid shit like Lillian. Now, this got even more interesting because the next day, which just so happens to be the day that I make and post this video, we find out that Lily has been fired, and more than just fired, they found out where this girl lived, y'all. They found out the exact city, the exact state, the exact company. The company released a letter and it went viral. People found out where this girl lived. So off that alone, it's not a problem no more. So I decided to look more into the situation, and even in the letter itself of her being released, it turns out the company that she works for was literally owned and operated by an African-American female immigrant. If you want a part 2 to this video, get this video to about 100 likes and I'll hit you with one. She even ended up on the news, like literally she ended up on the news, which I thought was crazy in itself. We all know how this story is going to end. We already know that this story is over. So without further ado, I just want to say I love y'all more than I love myself. Like the video, comment down below your take on this. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button. And I'm out. Peace.